this image here of designer boy Nas. And one of the reasons why I chose this image was because of the darker regions within the image, or shadow area. Is to illustrate a point that in most of the images that I see online, it's overall great exposure from other writers or other photographers, but the midtones are always a little bit underexposed, and we're going to correct that for you. Oftentimes, too, the image is crooked. That's very amateurish, and you will not get a professional look with the image being crooked. So, white balance. Do your research, figure it out what it does. Like I said, I would not explain everything to you. The joy of learning is also to hear what's being said, to see an illustration of it, and then you go out and experiment and do further research to find out what's actually going on. The image is crooked, so therefore we have to fix it. If we go up here to the transform tool, do a bit of a rotate to get Mr. Nos perfectly straight. I intend to scale a bit to recover some area. I'm not too much concerned. I'm going to end up cropping it anyway. But we have something stellar we can run with. I think I'm going to cut it here to give it some balance. And there we go. No, I'm going to run that back. Okie dokie. Now, over here is our histogram. We have our blacks, shadows, exposure, and highlights, whites. Different whites, shadows, etc. It denotes regions of the image. Now, we're going to concern about here, the midtones, the dark colors. So you can either go up here to the shadow area, or you could come down to the sliders and kind of brighten up the areas, not too much. As you know, I'm shooting RAW and editing in RAW. I do not shoot JPEGs. Contrast is going to reintroduce darker regions, but we can fix that. You can, tighten it up a bit, add a bit more flair to it. Contrast, possibly not. We can brighten it up a bit, and then our histogram is pretty sharp. No blown out areas or clipping. I guess we can bring down the highlights just a bit. Rein that in. All right. Pretty much we're done here. The image looks pretty fine to me. Then I go into Photoshop. Okay. Command 0 scales the image to the width of the screen. Now this is where I'm going to work my magic, and you're not privy to see that.